Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas. It is a great day to call the Hogs. Then again, around here, they don't think there's any other kind of day. Particularly special when it's the opener of a new season for the Arkansas Razorbacks. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
No, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on third. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Hokies will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about
much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affected the football game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going deep. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that way, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Quarterback will audible. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He looks that one in nicely. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The Razorbacks in the hurry up.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QP position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
On second down, looking again to throw. It's complete. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense trying to burn this defensive back. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. It's complete. A huge pickup. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the tailback. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hokies look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the move. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And it's caught! Touchdown, Hokies!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Turns it on in midfield. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. And Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game done.
Fires to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Motion from the offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's got it again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. About to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence in they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing a turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense probably has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw for it. Finds his target down the middle. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Silva. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Looking for a deep man. And he reels it in inside the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Razorbacks are on the move. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then they're...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 50. Past the 30. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
That quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 8 over Auburn. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under could have been worse. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Silva. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. And the Razorbacks are marching down the field. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He makes a grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch at the 25. Touchdown, Hokies. They take the lead with the 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fair catch called for and made. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance. Run and
makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Handoff to the lone back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, Everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still, you cannot stop it.
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They give it to him again. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Moves around to clear up the vision. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. On the run, it's Barnhart. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He makes the connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Looking to move it through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Barnhart. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Arkansas! They move on top here in the 4th. Get a hat trick of touchdowns as a Razorback running back, and they start bringing up names like Alex Collins and Madre Hill and Darren McFadden.
How unbelievable is that? Just to be mentioned with those kind of names, that shows you what kind of day this young man's having. Running the football with authority. Arkansas fans, I can promise you, are proud of this young man.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Safe completion on the screen. Nice move to keep moving. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
We've seen this guy come up with some huge throws in this game, and already on the drive, he's thrown a couple completions. He's got them in a rhythm. This team believes they're going to win this game because of this guy playing the quarterback position.
Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion. The run from the shotgun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, wants to throw it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll throw on third and short. They're trying to get to it. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. From the gun, running back on the move. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They're backed up just a little. First and 10 from their own 19. They'll try it over the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's second and 12. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, going up top. Skips away from pressure. Unleashes one. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
What a great call on defense. Perfect coverage for what the offense had dialed up. They're able to get the pick, and now they set their offense up with an opportunity to drive the field and at least tie this one up.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. A first down for the offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to take a shot. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays. Guys delivered.